Hey, did you catch Rihanna's Super Bowl performance? It was amazing, right? Well, here's something that might shock you. Her performance was actually paying tribute to none other than Kanye West. Yep, you heard it right. In this video, we'll explore the striking similarities between Rihanna's Super Bowl show and Kanye's latest performance, and figure out why she chose to channel the stage presence of the super controversial Mr. West. Trust us, you don't want to miss out on this. So stick around to the end as we uncover some of the juiciest details about the intriguing bond between these two megastars. Rihanna became a trending topic on several social media platforms after pulling off a highly anticipated show that has kept fans and all hip-hop music enthusiasts at loggerheads about the reason behind the Barbadian singer choices at the Super Bowl halftime show last February. Everything about Rihanna's show seemed to revolve around Kanye to a certain degree. Starting from the color of her jumpsuit, jacket, and shoes, to the floating stages where the amazing show took place, the glasses worn by her dancer, and finally, the music she sang, which has significant Kanye contributions. At the beginning of the show, Rihanna announced that she was expecting another child with her boo, A$AP Rocky, after giving birth to their first son not long ago. She disclosed this by showing off her baby bump that fitted perfectly in her head-to-toe red outfit, very similar to that worn by Kanye during his Donda listening party concert in 2021. Rihanna's dancers were included into this evident tribute to Kanye, as they were all adorned with Mr. West's signature sunglasses. Those familiar with Kanye's 2021 Donda concert will undoubtedly agree that all the clothing and accessories Rihanna showcased while performing seemed to scream Kanye West through all the performance. Don't you think so? Let's now talk about the staging though, shall we? Our Barbadian queen performed on a floating stage similar to the greatly talked about stage that Kanye wanted, designed, and used himself at his St. Pablo tour in 2016, where the controversial music genius took around his long-anticipated album, The Life of Pablo. Yes, 2016 may seem like a long time ago, you're right, but Rihanna was clearly amazed by West's performance, so much so that she couldn't help herself but use Kanye's one-of-a-kind stage idea for her major comeback. Despite being very much pregnant already, we all love Rihanna, but let's be honest. Didn't you find yourself screaming at your TV, "Be careful, sis," when you saw her beautiful baby bump on that super high floating stage? Well, we sure did. Now, considering all these similarities, do you actually think this was a mere coincidence? We do not. However, should you still have doubts, let's dig even deeper, shall we? For her Super Bowl comeback, the 9-times Grammy winner made a selection of songs that spanned her remarkable career. Among these, Run This Town and All of the Lights have definitely made headlines. Why? Because these two hits have much to do with the most controversial artist in the current music scene, aka Mr. West. On the one hand, Run This Town is a Jay-Z song released in 2009 and features both Rihanna and Kanye. On the other hand, All of the Lights is a Kanye song featuring Rihanna, released in 2011. On a closer look, these two songs were released at the beginning of Rihanna's career, pointing to the fact that West has a huge contributing factor to Rihanna's remarkable music evolution. Does this ring a bell? We cannot speak for you, but yeah, it surely does to us. Going down memory lane, our bad gal Riri and Kanye have always supported each other over the years. Right from the start, there are many instances where they both have unequivocally reiterated support for each other. As a matter of fact, Riri has always seen West as a mentor in the music industry, which tells us a lot about how far they have come in their music careers together. Rihanna and Kanye got to know each other in 2005 when Jay-Z signed Rihanna into Def Jam Recordings when she was only 16 years old. At that time, Kanye was a key member of the label and took it upon himself to bring out the singing potential he immediately saw in young Riri. Being a prominent figure in the hip-hop industry, Kanye then pushed for more than one collaboration with Rihanna to bring her straight into the spotlight. And yes, All of the Lights is definitely one example of their successful collaborations. Riri and Kanye kept their friendship very professional, but that did not stop rumors about possible romantic relationship between the two of them. A video where Kanye seemed lost, staring at Rihanna while she performed went viral, fueling rumors of them being romantically attracted to each other. Some even say that Kanye's ex-wife Kim Kardashian was so jealous of the relationship between her husband and Rihanna that she banned him from ever speaking to Rihanna again moving forward. Awkward. Nevertheless, neither Kanye was bothered by his wife's demands nor Rihanna, as they both continued to show massive support for each other's music. Now think about the infamous relationship Rihanna had with Chris Brown and how the latter ended up physically assaulting her. Well, back then, apart from the physical assault, Riri received a lot of backlash from the public, suggesting she was a cheat, a harlot, and so on. On such an occasion, while all the heavyweights in the music industry kept mute, no one could voice anything except Kanye, who stood by Rihanna and ensured she'd bounce back. Although Rihanna and Kanye may have different views regarding politics, just remembering how much effort Mr. West put into endorsing Donald Trump, which is definitely something Rihanna did not support at all. Both artists have consistently proven to have each other's backs when it mattered the most. By merely looking at the history these two have made for themselves in the music industry, do you still think Rihanna was just out for the show and not likely to pay tribute to her mentor, who has given her support beyond every imaginable measure over the years? We surely do not. You may be wondering what's going on with Kanye and Rihanna's friendship lately though, aren't you? Well, here's the tea. Amidst all the talk and speculation about Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime performance, Kanye has not come out to say anything about it yet. Not a single thing. Yep. Why? Truth is, despite all the speculation over the internet, reading may be way too much into the words expressed in interviews, especially by our Barbadian queen. Neither Kanye nor Rihanna have been publicly speaking about each other lately. Honestly, we don't know about you, but it definitely doesn't come as a surprise to us, for these two music icons being currently very busy with their personal lives. We already talked about Riri, who after having her firstborn child, has another bun in the oven already, so congratulations are in order to her and rapper A$AP Rocky on growing their beautiful family. As to Kanye West, well, we all have been learning to love and hate the Yeezy founder over the years, and as much as Rihanna has been very busy with her personal life, the same can definitely be said about Mr. West, especially in the latest years. It is in fact fair to remember that before Riri's performance at the Super Bowl, West had been facing major backlash for the many unpopular and controversial comments he made that did not seem to go down well with the general public, to use as an understatement, for his wild social media presence against his ex-wife and mother of his 4 kids, Kim Kardashian, and against her whole family as well, for the long legal battle and aftermath of his divorce, for his takes on U.S. politics, and so on and on and on. Nevertheless, Kanye does not really seem to be bothered by all such backlash and hate at the moment, as he seems to now be living in his newlywed bubble after getting married to Yeezy architect Bianca Censori. Whether this is an actual marriage or not, we are not here to discuss it. But yeah, well, the whole thing clearly needs a video of its own. With all this being cleared up, let's get back to the spectacular tribute Rihanna paid to Kanye though. As expected, many fans and music lovers have taken several means to voice their opinions and say how they feel and what they think about it. What we can say, everyone had something to say. While some were full of critics, some others were full of praises for Rihanna having taken such bold steps. Some others didn't shy away from expressing their disappointment, as they expected West to come out of nowhere during the show to join Rihanna in the performance. Can you blame them though? It would have been epic, considering that Rihanna created an atmosphere so similar to what Mr. West is known for. His physical presence was kind of required for such an experience to actually feel complete. Don't you think so? One thing is true though, Rihanna deserves huge credit for putting on so much work to revive a Kanye-like experience and presence. Popular Israeli actress Noah Tisbite, who openly showed her disdain against Kanye after his super controversial anti-Jewish statements, did quickly share a video where she criticized our Barbadian queen for performing Kanye West songs out of all possible hit songs she could easily choose from. But the actress went even further. In such a video, she did explicitly accuse Riri of supporting Kanye's derogatory statements against the Jews. Definitely something Rihanna didn't anticipate. We guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
Despite all the backlash and criticism Riri kept receiving, the singer stayed calm and was not in a hurry to return the favor. Instead, the 9-time Grammy winner maintained that Kanye will always have her full support, even if she does not agree with most of his political views, clearly showing what unconditional respect is all about. With everything that Kanye has been doing for Rihanna since day one, can you blame her for deciding to pay tribute to her friend and mentor for her major comeback to the music scene? Didn't you think that in Rihanna's shoes, you would have done the same thing for someone who did a lot to ensure you'd reach the top of the ladder in your career? We guess you would. So, why is this a big deal then? Although Rihanna may have been attracting haters because of her spectacular tribute to Kanye West, we all know how well it went down. In fact, the show recorded impressive figures in the terms of viewers and other important statistics. Currently, Riri's Super Bowl halftime performance holds the following records: most streamed Super Bowl ever, most watched Super Bowl in the last 6 years, third most watched television show ever, and last but not least, most streamed sporting event in the history of Fox Sports with an estimated audience of 118 million viewers. Meanwhile, for Mr. West, Rihanna's show undoubtedly revived fans' love and anticipation for his performances. Many fans shared on several platforms how much they miss Kanye performing on a stage. Do you recall, we already mentioned how some were left disappointed after Rihanna single-handedly performed all of the lights, without Mr. West being physically present? This says a lot in describing what Rihanna's show may have meant for Kanye. It is now up to him to decide whether to take his chances and step out of his shell. After all that happened in the public eye, is this though the right time for Mr. West to do it, cut the BS, and finally reestablish his global legacy? Only time will tell.